The kind of crap they put on YouTube. All sizes are beautiful. Objectively, though, you could make an argument. Some people like the curves in, and some people like the curves out. You do you. This lady has some huge personality quirks.
Hey, so I was wondering if... No, you can't hit, and I'm not going to your house. You want to go to a carnival so we can get to know each other through fun activities. Oh.
She assumed that on their first meeting he only wanted to have relations, which of course is just a terrible thing to think. Sometimes you want to eat beforehand.
I am so upset that the things we did and the things we fought for and the boys that died for it, it's all gone down the drain. Our country's gone to hell in a handbasket. And that's not what our boys, that's not what they died for.
I agree, it's a tragedy. I mean, what do we have now? Company bailouts, a tanking economy, women's rights, just a whole slew of things those men didn't imagine dying for. But I thank you for your service.
Only eating free food for a day at Duke University because this school steals way too much money from me. So started off my morning with some free Panera. They had free coffee as well as some pastries. So I picked up a little cinnamon roll. One of my professors catered.
Little piggy.
Got a chicken pesto panini as well as a Caesar salad. I forgot I did this, but I stole this empanada from a grad student lunch. My friend was hosting a fashion show and they had all these little desserts out on display. So I ate a brownie as well as a key lime cheesecake. And then I was studying in the library and there was literally a cart that said free food. Yeah, it was just a Panera turkey sandwich, but at least I didn't pay for it.
I was just talking with someone recently about socialism. In the States, we have a fair number of socialist programs. This is typically in the form of the welfare system. I was telling them that the socialist programs really do seem to work, as long as it's in very small amounts. It takes a lot of producing people to take care of the not producing people. In 2022, the spending on welfare was estimated to be nearly $1.7 trillion. Jesus Christ. About half of it on Medicaid, the other half on other welfare benefits, your Section 8, your food stamps, etc. And even for all that money, we still have a lot of sick and starving people. Can someone tally up how much it cost for her to eat all of that free food? Like a Panera bread sandwich is something like $12. So let's say she ate like $50 worth of food. So your typical worker had to be on the clock for like half a day so that she could eat for free. Maybe next month she'll skip the dye job and donate that money to the poor.
I asked for no dressing.
You sure?
Positive. This dressing contains mayonnaise and I'm allergic to eggs.
I'm allergic to people with allergies. You don't hear me whining.
Whoa.
Excuse me? I'd like to speak to the manager.
Okay.
Oh no.
Hi.
There's no way.
You wanted to speak to the manager? What seems to be the problem?
You were the manager?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're rude.
Okay. Oh no, are you leaving?
Yeah. And I'm never coming back.
Okay, because what I could really use are some more customers who are allergic to food. Bye.
Who lets an ESFP run a restaurant? Needs to be on an episode of Kitchen Nightmares.
When you work like a pig, you French pig!
Personally, I do not complain to the staff about my food. Most of these people are minimum wage workers and are generally having not a great time in life. Story time, I was at a McDonald's. Woman next to me orders. The young lady behind the counter didn't change her gloves.
Please change your glove.
Young woman behind the counter sighs, rips off the gloves, throws them to the ground, puts on a new pair, continues preparing the food. I, of course, have to say something. I tell the young lady, I don't mind a little fish smell on my chicken sandwich. Woman next to me gives me a look. I don't want my food to smell like fish. I look to her with a smile. It might just be your fingers, ma'am.
You don't want nudes leaked, don't take nudes. More this week. To avoid being robbed, own nothing at all. To avoid murder, die right now. I think it's fascinating that whenever an ex-boyfriend decides to release an ex-girlfriend's nudes to the world as revenge, everybody's like, ooh, that's so embarrassing for her. Like, isn't that so embarrassing for him? She's kind of just doing normal people things and he's being a sexual predator. Like, I feel like he's the one we should be shunning here.
I do enjoy how this woman equates something you choose to do versus things that get done to you. You choose to take nude photos. You don't choose to get robbed and murdered. Angry dye job here. She thinks that leaking photos makes you a sexual predator. I assume she thinks that men who share OnlyFans pictures are also sexual predators. It should follow the same line of logic. And yes, taking nude photos does seem to be pretty normal these days, but so is having those photos leaked onto the internet. So it's just two normal people doing normal people things. If you would like to avoid normal people problems, don't do normal people things.
INFPs.
Oh cool, an MBTI video. I always appreciate it when an INFP man tells other people that he's an INFP. There's a lot of courage involved, and you gotta have the right attitude.
Are just like, I don't know, introverted feeling and extroverted intuition. That's like saying I want to bull ride a shooting star because it makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. What? Subpar introverted sensing allows them to remember certain practical things.
Wait. You think INFPs have a subpar memory? There are 12 other personalities that have a lower preference for introverted sensing. So subpar? Actually above average. And of course, it certainly does not pertain specifically to practical things. Most of the time, their memories are filled with feelings, much like yourself.
But it also keeps them in tune to a past that never stops torturing them. An inferior TE guarantees that they'll never give you a good reason for anything.
Extroverted thinking, of course, just means going with the best available accredited knowledge. So if they have access to Google, they can typically give you what someone else thought was a good reason for something. Man, this guy hurts.
I just feel the way I do. INFPs get a lot of flack for being naive, but they're actually pretty good troubleshooters.
Sure, yeah, troubleshooting. Once again, Google.
And they won't melt in the face of chaos like the IJs.
He thinks he's a INTJ or an INFJ? Not even once, bro. No INTJ or INFJ is gonna look like that on camera. And I'm near certain you're an INFP just from the way you speak.
But more than anything, they'll always feel invisible, because no one will ever be able to relate to the neurological mess that their little brains make them feel.
And this is why no one takes MBTI seriously. Oh, got it. He was projecting his personality onto INFPs, because he is one. I like it.